Hey, friends, we're jumping into an Tarkir Dragonstorm? Tarkir Dragonstorm Premier Draft. I am Cody Lee. I'm a Magic the Gathering streamer, content creator, YouTuber, whatever. I'm trying to do this. I'm learning. Come join me. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. I'd love to hear your advice because I'm brand new to this and we're figuring it out together. But we got a 2-mana 1/3 flyer. When this creature attacks, you lose a life, and this creature endures 1. It's amazing. We're going to take that. You're either putting a 1/1 counter on this, or you're creating a 1/1 every single turn. I know that there's some life gain in white, and I think Abzan, black, white, green is pretty big on the counters theme. So we're going to take that. Let's take a look at the 5-mana 3/5 at the beginning of combat on your turn. Put a 1/1 counter on another creature. That's amazing. Would love that. Put 3/1 counters on target creature you control. You may cast sorcery spells and dragons as though they had flash. 5-mana 4/3 flash. That looks amazing. When this creature enters or attacks, it endures 2 for a 5-mana 3/2. Remember, we're going to take the 2-mana card. 2-mana cards are very strong, remember. Just being able to play cards early, real awesome. When this creature enters, put a 1/1 counter on target creature, renew. Exile this card from your graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on target creature, then double the number of 1/1 counters. See, that's green-black is kind of what we're looking at there. Uproot an ancestor, 3-mana 3/2 with flash. Sacrifice another creature. It gains indestructible and tap it. Osseous Exhale is a removal. Jeskai Monument is interesting. Mardu Devotee. Less on the 1/1 counters theme. I think Sage of the Fang is exactly what we want to be doing with this as our first pick. The Osseous Exhale is a nice removal spell. 3-mana 4/4 Defender. 5-mana 3/3 return target creature. Ooh, nice Serpent. I'm just kind of reading cards. Target opponent reveals their hand. Okay. Yeah, we're taking Sage of the Fang. It seems we're not the only one in the draft. Ooh. Now, Thunder of Unity I had in the last draft, but there's also a Skirmish Rhino. And I got to play with the original Siege Rhino. It was one of my favorite standard formats way back when. And it was just a great time. So I would love to have the Skirmish Rhino in here. 3-mana 3/4 trample. When this creature enters, an opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. The Sandstep Citadel is honestly probably the pick, if I'm being straight up honest right now, because we're only 2 colors. There's no sense in being white. We could be in Sultai instead, and this fixes for that. Search your library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped. Like, that's a really good 3-mana spell. Let's take this. Let's take the Sandstep Citadel. Let's be good at drafting. 1-mana 2/1. When this creature attacks, you may pay 2 if it does endure 1. That's interesting. Pay X life. This creature endures X. Activate only as a sorcery. That's interesting. I do kind of like that. 4-mana 4/3. When this creature enters, draw a card if you control a creature with a counter on it. If you don't draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. So it could be a 4-mana 5/4. That's really fascinating. I do think I'm going to take the Krumar Initiate, 2-mana 2/2 with creating a spirit token. No reason to dip into white yet. Maybe that's a reason to break into white. The Osseous Exhale is interesting. Snake Veil is also interesting. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control against hexproof. Maybe that's what we take, but I do like the Riling Dawnbringer. 2-mana for a 2/2 soldier, or 5-mana for a 3/4 vigilance, and then at the beginning of combat, another target creature gets +1/+0. Strategic Betrayal is interesting. Target opponent exiles a creature they control. They get to choose. I don't like that. Yeah, Osseous Exhale being removal. I think Snakeskin Veil is just a little bit better for us. The Hexproof in the removal suite is going to be good for us. Alchemist Assistant, 2-mana 2/1 lifelink renew. Exile this from a graveyard, put a lifelink counter. That's interesting. Sarkhan's Resolve. Heritage Reclamation. Destroy target artifact, enchantment. Exile up to 1 target from a graveyard and draw a card. When this creature enters, endure 1. 2 mana, 2/1 lifelink with renew, and it's a monkey. I think we're going to take the Sarkhan's Resolve. This seems like it would be a good card. This in Abzan is a 4 mana 3/3 mobilize 1 when it enters whatever, which I'm kind of here for, but I don't have white currently, so I'd rather take the Sarkhan's Resolve. Wall of War. Whale of War, sorry. Return 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. I kind of like that. Being able to go a little bit long. At the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. Create a 2/2 black zombie, only if something left the graveyard. Here, I will take the Reputable Merchant, because I can cast it for 4. 4 mana, 2/2. Put a 1/1 counter on something is good. Otherwise, if I get to the 3 mana, great. Tempest Hawk, I would like to take a few of those, but we'll keep an eye out. When you cast your second spell, put a 1/1 counter on this creature's scry. We might play that. We'll put it in the sideboard for now. Uprooted Ancestor. And was this sack? We'll take it as a 3 mana 3/2 flash. Delta Bloodflies. 2 mana 1/2. Whenever this creature attacks, if you control a creature with a counter on it, each opponent loses a life. Okay, sure. 4 mana 4/3 Vigilance Menace. This creature enters with 2/1 counters on it if you cast 2 or more spells this turn. So if this is the second spell you cast, does it enter? That's pretty sick. Draw a card. The Abzan Devotee is interesting to me. It gives us a little bit of recursion, so let's take that. Oh, and there's another one. We probably didn't need to take it. Ooh, Songcraft Mage. When this creature enters, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains Harmonize until end of turn. Its Harmonize is equal to its mana cost. 3 mana 3/3 first strike. When this creature enters, copy the next spell you cast this turn. When you cast it, you may choose new targets for the copy. Crazy. Ooh, Kintree Severance I think is what we're going to take. Just a solid removal spell. Rain Veil Rejuvenator is interesting, but not exactly what we want to be doing in our deck. I do hope to see some power coming our way for being an Abzan. Ooh, the next time a source of your choice would deal damage this turn, prevent that damage. When damage is prevented this way, deals that much damage to that source's controller, and you draw that many cards. Oh my gosh. 3 mana 2/3. Whenever a creature you control with a counter on it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card and lose life. Love that for us. Worthy cost would be interesting. But yeah, I would like to pick up a land or two. Ureni, the Song Unending. This is actually absurd, I will say. A Dragonologist. I'm just not in 2 of those colors. 4 mana 4/2. As long as there are 3 or more different kinds of counter among creatures you control, this gets +2/+4. You may cast it from your graveyard. I'm here for that. Furious Forebear can come back from the graveyard. Worthy cost is interesting. Piercing Exhale. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker. I do want the Feral Deathgorger. Flying Death Touch. Roiling Dragonstorm is also interesting, but I think Yarthan Tombguard is what we're going to want to take. Sagu. Search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put it in your hand, gain 3 life. Being able to search up a land is going to be good for us. Here the land. Seeing so much power not in our colors is very sad. But we've got a very interesting deck here so far. I think we're pretty aggressive. I think I need more 1/1 counter stuff. Adorned crocodile. Having the 1 mana add a counter. Another Delta Bloodflies. 2 mana 1/2 when this creature attacks. If you control a creature with a counter on it, each opponent loses a life. Like, we're in a great spot if we can get some counters on those guys. We just need to get counters. Reputable Merchant counters. Two mana 2/2, sacrifice another creature. We're probably not playing it. When this creature enters, look at the top 3 cards. You may put one of those cards back on top, put the rest into your graveyard. I don't think I'm going to play a 4 mana 3/2. I think I would play 1 Roamer's Routine purely to fix for the white. Erishin Sunshield. Somewhat interesting. The white being splashed for literally just Furious Forebears and then a couple of gold cards is pretty where I want to be. Tersa Light Shatter. When it enters, discard 2 cards, then draw that many cards. Whenever it attacks, if there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, exile a card at random and you may play it. Like, that's insane. There's another Sandstep Citadel, which I do think is what we're going to take. There's a Stormplane Detainment, which is solid removal. There's a Champion of Dusan, which I would like to have as well, but the Sandstep Citadel just giving us good mana fixing. Betor. 5 mana, 5/7 dragon. At the beginning of your end step, if creatures you control have toughness 10 or greater, draw a card, and it has 7 of its own. There's another Skirmish Rhino, would love to have. Reputable Merchant, would love to have, but we're going to pick up the Mythic. We actually get past a card that's in our colors. Love that for us. Pass me 2 more. There's a Skirmish Rhino. I'll take it. It's worth noting there's also a Reputable Merchant and a Blossoming Sands, which would both be really good for us, but Skirmish Rhino, I really do. I want to play the Skirmish Rhino. Mill 3 cards. You may put a land card from among them in your hand if you don't put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Ooh. Flying Vigilance 3/3. Caustic Exhale is an additional cost. Ooh, Caustic Exhale is amazing. Okay, so we're going to take that. And we're looking at full playables right here. Worthy cost. We're going to take another Reputable Merchant. We're going to take a Jungle Hollow. The Feral Deathgorger is actually what we're going to take. And we're going to take the Abzan Monument. We're actually going to play the Abzan Monument. Creatures you gain vigilance and trample. Oh, heck yeah. Roamer's Routine is going to be gone. I think Adorned Crocodile is gone. I need to cut 3 more cards. No. Is Sagu Wildling getting taken out? Is it those 2 cards? We're gonna get 16 and 8. And is it Sarkin's Resolve? It's Uprooted Warrior. Done. Play. We've got a pretty, honestly, kind of sick deck here, and I'm kind of here for it. I'm curious if this is good or not. I'm thinking we're pretty solid. We're pretty solidly aggressive, at least. Now let's see if we can actually, oof. We're gonna mulligan that, and we're gonna keep this. We're gonna go 2-drop into 3-drop. Skirmish Rhino, 3 mana, 3/4. Look at him. He is a beast. A beast of a beast. Is he like hitting that with his horn? That's pretty sick, actually. Sacrifice your creature for it. It's valid. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna attack, and then I'm gonna activate that next turn for 4. Yeah, good game. Stuck on 2 mana. I'll take the win. I mean, hey, I've been having some unluck, it's feeling like, so I'll take a nice quick 1-0. At least puts me in a good position, a good mood. I've got a lucky egg here. I can't remember what type of stone it is. It's a stone egg. Let me be clear. I don't just got eggs sitting on my desk over here. Here we are mulliganing again, and we're gonna keep this. Goodbye land. Tapped into 1/3. Into honestly just a great hand. Sinkhole Surveyor. Nice removal. Yeah, I'm gonna play this. I don't want to play the Reputable Merchant without another creature, so let's go get another swamp. champion to deuce him. That's not a bad one. A nice little 2-3 right there. I'm gonna play a land and then wail for war and then I'm gonna play my 1-3. Filing Dawnbreaker, not bad. It's gonna get bigger eventually. That's annoying. Oh, do they have the damage spell? I might be dead because of that. Yeah. Good game. They got me there. I kinda flooded out. I don't know if I played for value, but they had a lot of power. They kind of went bigger than I did. I'm definitely on the much more aggressive line. I'm mulligan down, so I was a little bit light on resources to begin with. And they had some good cards. We'll keep this. Let's play this, and we're gonna play the 2-drop. A Timor Devotee. A 2-mana 3/3. Okay, so I do think I'm playing the Yathan Tomb card right now. Depending on what they play, I can put a counter in and get in. Nope. Cancel. Wrong one. Reputable merchant. Done. Take 2. I wish I had a counter on it though. Feels bad. Do I want to create a token? I think I'm putting a bunch of counters on him. No attacks with the 2/3. But next turn I will play and pop the Abzan Monument. So I'm going to play this. Go to planes. Play a planes. Pop this. And then get in with a 6/6. And if they double block, great. I've got a 6/6 still. I've got some interaction. Boulderborn Dragon. Is this like an actual... Is there a layer? When it creates a layer, because I can click back here, it makes the animation, but it doesn't do anything. Unless I interact with something on that layer. Ooh, okay, I see. That's kind of fascinating. See, I'm here for that. So you have an original game layer on this bottom half, and it's basically like you're layering a piece of paper on top of that when you put this down. It's like, I know it in animation style, it pops up almost. That's just a, you know, comes in effect. So let's actually start by playing this. And I'm going to hit that. And I'm going to attack with both. We're going to exile. Let's exile his bigger one. Heck yeah, cool. You have 6 cards, I have 6, or you have 6 lands, I have 6 lands. Nice dragon. I do want to play the cool dragon deck. Yeah, like that's not a legendary. And then I'll get in for 8. And don't have a board wipe. Because if you do... This art is actually sick. That's a dog cleric. That's a pretty sick card too. The power level on some of these cards is kind of insane compared to back in the day, I feel like. But then again, no doubt, undoubtedly games have power creep. This is a very real aspect of TCGs, like modern day. Just, I mean, I'm sitting here literally going, back in my day. And then harmonize. Good game. Sorry, friend. We're looking with a real solid deck here. At least I think so. I'm still thinking that we have a solid deck, and we'll see how that happens. Also, I noticed there's another subscriber in here. I got another one yesterday. So thank you so much to the new subscriber. If you're still around in these videos, if you're still listening, thank you so much for coming around. I really do appreciate it. I watch that little number go up and I attach next to no self-worth to it, but it does make me feel good. I ain't gonna lie about that. And look at this amazing hand that we've got. It's not that good, but it is pretty good. It's pretty good. Start with black. We're going to be out here Abzan monumenting on turn 3 for one of our lands. None of these are a dragon, right? This can target itself, right? I was thinking for too long there. That was... Sage of the Fangs, just a sage. Yeah, it does. It creates a new layer. Gosh, they did so well in programming this. I'm actually just beyond impressed. We block every time. Use your combat trick and then don't develop your board. I'll sit at 21 life on turn 4. Ooh. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, endures to... I don't like that. So this is where we play this. This comes in, I view the battlefield, I go and I grab a swamp. I play that swamp, and then I do this thing where I kill Anafenza. And I'm gonna be real, I'm not gonna... Well, we can start racing. If I can Abzan Devotee and play a Reputable Merchant next turn, I will. Discard a card if you do draw 2. Nice. They're missing some blue. Bear of Glory. First strike on your turn. Okay. So I'm gonna just play this. Put a 1/1 counter there. Play this. And then get in for 4. Like, I see no reason not to sit here and start attacking him for 4. Like, sure, get in. I'll be able to pop this for a 4/4. I can indeed play Betor, the one above all. I don't actually know what Betor's like thing is. I don't think he is the one above all. Nice. You're gonna kill this? Oh. That's annoying. Let's play this and this. They probably got, yeah, some type of removal spell there. 4, 5, 6, 7. Are they gonna tap me down? They are tapping me down, okay. So we are going to play this. Put a 1/1 counter and then double the 1/1 counters. They've got 3 cards in hand. I think we're in a bad spot here. They had the right removal at the right times, which, did they only have 1 removal spell? No, they had, oh, they had a Twin Stormblood as well. Or twin-headed Stormblood? Twin-headed Storm Dragon? What the heck is that card? It's such a cool card too, because I know it's a 6-mana 5/5 dragon that it gains you life, I think. But it's a 2-mana roast. And roast is a pretty famous effect. Flying haste. Uh-oh. So we're gonna do this. Make a 3/3. If he pumps that 3 times, we die. I don't have any flyers. Good game. They got me. That was a pretty cool little red-white deck. They didn't have very much power in there, I will say. That was a good back and forth game. Maybe I was a little aggressive in my play. I think for Abzan, especially with counters and with what I had in hand, I shouldn't have been trading as aggressively as I did. I want to be able to build up. And I did run out of like creatures to buff up, and I did trade 1 early, I'm pretty sure. So I think with this deck, what I want to do is I want to lay off of trading early, especially when I've got buffs in hand. We're going to keep this. Just look at them. I would like to draw something other than lands. Sultide Devotee. I'm gonna swing in, make him block, because that thing has death touch. I don't have to get rid of it anyway. Skirmish Rhino. Flying ward too. Nice. I'm gonna play this, and then we're gonna play Betor. Untap. Oh! Betor comes down and steals a win for us, boys. That was a funny one. I like playing the big dragon. I think that's the Timmy and me coming out. I used to be very much a spike. I do enjoy playing aggressive. I like winning, I will say. Very much enjoy winning. But oh boy, do I thoroughly enjoy playing the big fatty. Especially when that big fatty's a cool dragon that draws me cards. Like, why is there a cool big butted dragon that's drawing me cards based on toughness? That's just sick. And I know that it's not insanely... I mean, it is. It's a huge bomb. It's a 5-bin, a 5/7 flyer. Let's not get it twisted. But there are better cards out there. I am going to start with the Abzen Devotee. I'm going to play the Yath and Tomb Guard, because I can Flesh Gorge it next turn, or Snakeskin Veil. Three mana. A Shiko. I don't like the Shiko. So we're gonna play that. We're gonna play another Abzen Devotee. We're gonna play a Krumar Initiate. Narset's Rebuke is annoying. Jeskai Devotee. Yay, down to 3. On turn, I can return both of those. Chico comes back. You can cast nothing. You just gotta. Oh, I just got Devil. Wait, was that a spell? Target non-land. Oh, cool. So we're gonna play this. How does Harmonize read? You may cast this graveyard. You may tap a creature you control to reduce that cost by X, where X is the power. Yeah, we're not. This has trample and will kill you. Good game. Love that for us. That was a solid one. Now let's keep it going. We're looking at 4-2. Dragonstorm, Tarkir Dragonstorm's looking a little bit better for us this time around. I do not think we had a Modern Horizons 2 draft or 3 draft that was 4 wins. Yeah, this is great. We might not be playing Skirmish Rhino on turn 2, or turn 3. But we will be playing Sinkhole Surveyor on turn 2. Removal. We are going to play the Kumar Initiate, and we're going to play the Legacy instead. Ooh, mobilize 2 during your end step. Warrior tokens you will have this token can't be sacrificed. Interesting. I'm gonna play the Skirmish Rhino. We will double block the Zergo Thunder's Decree. And Victor, we're not gonna double block. Well, we are gonna block both of the tokens. Ooh. Do I just drop that and then get in for 10? Do I give him the option to trade? I give him the option to trade. Sure, don't. Down to 3. Turn. Both of these can interact. This is lethal. Yes, I will take 4. Okay. Okay. You had a 1-drop? Dang. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Like I said, I think this Abzan deck is pretty good. We got a little bit of power with it. Passing the the Teamer and Jeskai cards was kind of crazy. But I'll be real, I feel like the Teamer and Jeskai decks, at least the ones that I've seen, haven't been like very good. Some of them have been scary, but usually the ones that are scary have a lot of power in them. Rim Aine. Ooh. We're gonna mulligan that. We're gonna keep this. Bye. 2-drop into 2-drop. Don't kill my Sinkhole Surveyor, please. That's amazing. I love that for you. I wanted to create the token just so that I got value. He's got some burn. I'm going to try to block it out here, but I will start putting on some counters. Yeah. You got 5 coming back. That's fair. And turn. I like having a bunch of 1/1s. Good card. Does he have a little hat? Does he? Is that a little hat that I see on this bird scout right there? Monastery Messenger 2. Trainers put up to 1 target non-creature, non-land card from your graveyard on top of your library. Sure. It don't do nothing. Oh, you're gonna put the draw on top. Okay, valid. gonna attack with both of those. I'm gonna put it back counter. So I have a 5/7 now and a 3/4. Good game. Good game. Okay. Not a bad one from us. I'll take it. Let's see what we're looking at here. 6 and 2. Can we pull it out today? Is today a trophy day? I believe in us, honestly. And considering how much we've mulliganed for good mana in this deck, mulliganed for good starting hand, like we've won 3 of our 6 matches on 6 cards. Just what do we want from an opener? That's where I'm at. I do think we want Betor. I think we want to end off on Betor. Let's cross our fingers. We will keep this 7. I think this is the first time we don't have a bunch of tap land. There is a Betor, though. We do have a 2 and a 3. I do think I'll tap this and make it a 4 next turn. This creature enters, it deals 5 damage to our creature and opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. Yeah, so I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this. No attacks. And I will double block, probably. We've got a lot of power in hand. Attacking tokens have death touch. I want to be able to kill that thing. How do I want to do that, though? Let's play this. I'm gonna play this. No attacks, end turn. So we're gonna caustic that thing when it attacks. Hopefully he doesn't removal. If he removals us, then we're real sad. Menace, mobilize 1, sure. I'm not going to block before I get this off. Okay, so we use this coordinated maneuver. I've got a 2-mana 2/1. Ugh, I feel bad now. See, I feel like I'm in a bad spot. Ooh. Holy crap. 2, 4, 6. Holy jeez. Yeah, I think I lose here. Oh yeah, is that actually just lethal? That deck was insane. That was all of his cards. Okay. Well, we don't get to trophy today, folks. I'm so sorry about that. Fell one short, but we got a bunch of packs. It's been a hot second since I've done really well. So let's go check out all those packs. We'll open through the Omen pass first. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. I don't know if there's a bunch of crazy stuff in Tarkir Dragonstorm that I want, but I know we got a mythic. Boom, 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 boom. Look at all those first. And a Neriv, Heart of the Storm. That's actually kind of insane. Voice of Victory. I know that's a really good card in Standard. So, hey, I'm proud of all that. But, hey, so, second draft, a third draft maybe. I can't remember. But Tarkir Dragonstorm, we're looking at a solid 6-3. Not a trophy, but, hey, we'll get there. But thanks so much for joining me, guys. I really do appreciate it. Every like, every comment, every subscribe really does help me out. I'm just getting started on this content journey. I'm just getting started on figuring all this stuff out. So I really appreciate the early support. And I'll see you guys in the next one tomorrow. Talk to you then.